Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You are tuned in to the Fallen Kings Championship. We are here with a round 2 matchup here in Division 1 between Noskillch Academy and Aurora. We are going live quickly here. I didn't even adjust my audio. I gotta do that really fast. So busy debating and debacling about the map. But we have a game, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on Dark Carnival Remix. 2-2 Jockey Hunter to open us up. Noskillch Academy will be on Survivor's side first as they cross the barrier. SI can now spawn. Hunter's pre-spawned up forward. And here we go, attack coming in. Hunter looking for a target. Nice double boom landing in the back. Hunter going for Nick. Not going to be able to latch on. Chuck's going to get a couple ticks, but not much more. And we are underway. Noskillch Academy taking on Aurora. Little Division 1 matchup. Took us a while, but we made it. This will be the first time this week, and I guess the only time this week I'll be casting Dark Carnival Remix with a lot of Dead Before Dawn, a few Detour heads. And that's basically it. That's all I've casted. We had a Parish Overgrowth chance last night, but it got canceled, got forfeit, and now we have a Carnival Remix. I'm very excited. Hunter, Smoker, Charger, Boomer. I haven't seen Noskillch Academy play in quite some time, so I'm very excited for this matchup. Smoker looking for a pull forward, gonna land on Rochelle. Nice little double cap landing. The Charger's gonna land for a tri-cap and a triple boom. There's gonna be a ton of damage coming out of here. Still, the clears are slow. Hunter getting a lot of damage. Same with the Smoker. Fantastic start for Aurora. The rolling tri-cap on the second hit of the game. That's gonna be some great momentum. Turn the game. Nah, the game's good. It's gotta be a great feeling on the side of Aurora. A rolling tri-cap on only the second attack of the game as we have the first tank spawning up. It's gonna be in the hands of Fierce. We'll see what the survivors decide to do. They're already in pretty bad shape with one person bleeding, but they're still gonna go ahead and decide to make the trek backwards. They're gonna have a Hunter Charger Jockey to contend with. We'll see if they decide to hit on this run back. Hunter spot up. Looks like they are going to send a hit. Hunter flying in, bounces off the van. Charger can't find a target. Hunter skeeted out of the air. Jockey still looking for a target. M2'd and cleared out. And this tank's up, looking for a car. I feel like these cars mean everything here on this Chapter 1 tank. Otherwise, it's very hard to get anything. That left one's going to fall out of play. Actually, no, he's going to be able to get that in. I thought it went a little bit further out of the map. It did not. And he's going to decide to let go of that other car, focusing solely on this one. As survivors continue their trek back, Sharp bleeding. Rochelle's going to have to dump her pills on the tank. She is going to be 2 punches, I believe. Smoker, Boomer, Charger currently up. Boom looking for a sack. And this rock's going to fly in. Alice is being super aggressive with Chip. Smoker tried to get the separation pull, and now this tank's committing, and he's down to support. Alice is able to clear himself, and just like that, the situation for the tank actually looks really grim. Charger misses. He lands a punch. He's got a corner on Rochelle. She's able to dump the pills, but she goes down. She dumped the pills, but went down anyway. That's going to be a waste of a set of pills. Tank decommitting at 3,600, taking his time. Hunter Charger, up for support. Charger's pretty much 3/4 dead. As it's going to get melted down the rest of the way. He's got a jockey up now. Hunter's pouncing around, looking to distract. Tank looking to land a rock. Can't seem to curve around those bushes. And they're going to try and get the pickup on the sticks here. Rock flying in, connects right to the dome. And his third SI is going to be up in 5. The survivors are taking a long time. Sharp's still bleeding. You don't even think about leaving. 3180. Upon this recommit, 65% first pass. Bringing in that car. He might just go for a kill on sticks. I think he is. Here comes the support. Jockey latching on to Coach. Little separation. Hunter double count. With the covering the Jockey. There's going to be a lot of ticks coming out. Sticks is going to die off. That car bounces out of the map, but it doesn't matter. Tank's already got his kill. And he's got a full first pass. And he hits a rock onto Ellis. Here comes another. Nice cover on the van. Doesn't find a target that time, but he still has 2,400. Survivors getting really aggressive. They know the desperate situation they're in right now. Smoker gets a pull onto Sharp. That's going to be another rock. And down he goes. Boom, Survivor gets charged. It's just Coach up. Boom gets a proxy. Charger's going to charge him away, and this is going to be the wipe. Tank's going to get that final corner, and Noskillch Academy is going to wipe out. Absolutely phenomenal Tank coming out on the side of Aurora. Phenomenal SI coming out on the side of Aurora. We are off to a fast-paced start here in this matchup. Holy. Insane beginning as we get ready for the second half. Quick ready up, so we'd love to see it. Aurora with a chance to take a massive lead here in the early going as we have the 2-2 Hunt Jock to kick us off. All the momentum in the world riding into their Survivor side. Hunter's pre-spawn forward. Hunter. And it gets chipped down, killed off. Hunt lands Boom lands a single in the back. Jockey looking, gets M2, shut down. And Spick goes down last. And Aurora, absolutely untouched. 100% of the bonus remains after one. Completely untouched. Love to see that. As Aurora begins their push through. Ideally, they only have one more attack to contend with before Tank. If they can move back with all this health, it's going to be a lot of work for the Tank to get anything out of it. No spit is a die lash, charge smoke, boom, Hunt. Coming up for this underpass. Survivor split 2-2, running a 2-2 shotgun, 2 SMG setup. Personally, what I think is the most effective setup. Hunter pre-spawned on top of the underpass here. Here we go. Hunter Charger entering from the back. Charger can't find a target. Hunter skied it out of the air. Boom lands a single. Smoke can't find anybody. And everything's going to get mopped up. And Aurora's going to be able to take this Tank and push it back with a ton of health. Not even 1% of the bonus is gone. As the first Tank for Noskillch is up, Aurora's going to begin their trek back. Very healthy, lots of work for this Tank. They have a Boomer Hunter Jockey for the run back support. The go-go's are called. Here we go. Hunter's going to latch under a shelf for a couple ticks. Gets cleared off pretty fast. Jockey can't find a target. Boomer can't find a spawn. And this Tank's going to eat a little bit of chip. He's eating a total of 1 HP. Wow. 1 HP off that Tank. You might as well just kill it. What's the point? What is the point in even playing this Tank? Only 5,999 HP remains. It's honestly basically dead. Might as well just go AI, move on to the next hit, and try and whittle down the bonus. He's going to be working both of these cars. We saw the previous Tank lose one, but he didn't even need them. Boom finds a cheeky spawn, but cannot find a target. What a car sniper! Shell goes down! Oh my god, I didn't even know that was going to hit. They're going to be able to get this pickup. Actually, the Smoker's going to go ahead and delay it. But now they're going to use all their support. Charging didn't find anything either. He's going to get a corner onto Coach. Coach cornered himself. Here comes the car. It's going to land. We got 2 caps. Pierce is going to die off. Or Fierce is going to die off. He's going to secure that kill on the Coach, and now he is looking good. Aurora throws away the opportunity of a lifetime for a super early lead. As Fierce put himself in a terrible position. Boomer, Hunter, Jockey up for the support right now. Back and forth we go. Boomer lands 1. Hunter's pre-spawned up behind the van. And this Tank, absolutely no rush to commit. Being aggressive with chip, but he still has 4k HP. Rock flying in. Can't seem to find anybody. Tank dips down to second pass. His final SI will be a Smoker. Smoke, Jock, pre-spawned up. Tank is not going in with his support. Smoker's going to get chased. He tries to fling that car over the fence. He can't find it. The Jockey, Smoker are dead, and the Hunter's chipped. They went in without the Tank. He's 50% second pass. He's put himself in kind of a predicament here. I'm not sure what the call was over there in the Noskillch war room. Car flying in. He's got some good hittable control. Now he's got both cars 3 survivors, sending in the support. Down goes Rochelle. She eats a second car. He's going to go ahead and get the kill off of that. He still has plenty of HP. Turns his attention over. Nick is the only survivor back up. That charger landed. And the charge is going to get cleared. He's going to get a rock onto Ellis. And he's going to get that quarter. He still has 1,000 HP. I think Aurora's going to wipe out too. Nick gets boomed. He's trying to kill off this tank. He has a chance. He only has 178. But we got 2 SI up in about 3 seconds. There's a jockey up currently. And 1 more up in a second. It's going to be a smoker. I don't see a round where Nick survives this. He's pushing back as far as he can, desperately trying to stay alive. There's the smoke pull. The jockey takes the smoker's kill. And that is going to be Aurora wiping out as well. So we're going to have a 3-point game after 1. My goodness, what a start.
Some help here.
So both teams with a disastrous start on the Survivor side. Noskillch Academy is going to walk into Chapter 2 with a 3-point advantage. Absolute insanity to start us off here. Insane, insane, insane start. This is Left 4 Dead 2 action. We love it. Little Division 1 matchup here on Dark Carnival Remix. Noskillch Academy and Aurora. Both teams wipe trading. 3 points separate these two teams after a quick Chapter 1. Just waiting on one more ready up and we'll get Chapter 2 started here. Obviously, some of you were here pretty much with me all day. We haven't had much luck with the games today. We had 2 matches set, and they were both forfeits. But we're finally able to get one going here as Noskillch Academy rushes right out of the gate. Solo charge lands along with the hunt. There's going to be a rolling tri-cap right out of the gate. What is going on? 2 slams come out onto Nick. Noskillch Academy once again blasted right out of the gate. Aurora's SI is all over it right now.
Reloading.
As the rolling tri-cap kicks off Chapter 2.
Reloading.
Noskillch begins their blitz through.
Man, I'm gonna beat these sons of bitches till I lose my watch.
So we have a 2-2 with the smoke jock coming up for a second attack. Noskillch not going to try the cheeky way with the table. They're going to go ahead and take the normal way. They're split 2-2 right now. I don't know why they're splitting like this. Smoker's going to get Ellis all alone. The jockey's going to take that. I don't know why. But the jockey went ahead and took Ellis. Maybe tried to get him away for some separation. So everything gets mopped up. A little dangerous separation there, but the SI just aren't able to take advantage as they continue forward. Coming up on tank number 2 here in about 13%. They might be able to get one more attack here. Charger, Hunter, Jockey, Spitter. Lots of damage potential here coming up in this tiny room. Still 9% for 4 tanks, so we are guaranteed another hit. Here comes the Charger rocketing in. Can't find a target. Jockey looking to come from behind. Spitter pre-spits down. Won't be able to find any survivors. Going to be able to get back. No problem. Jockey got melted down. Hunter can't find anything, so he dips out. And both the Spitter and the Hunter are going to decommit, going for a respawn. Interesting call considering the tank is coming up. Perhaps they want to try a Hunt Spit on the run back. If there's going to be a run back, I don't really know Carnival Remix enough. I've played it only a handful of times, so I don't know where the best place to take these tanks are. As it comes up, nice double boom proxy, but not quite in the spit. Smoker gets cleared, and it looks like Noskillch Academy is going to go and push forward. There are a ton of commons around right now, but they should be able to clear them off no problem out of the double boom. As second tank of the game up is up for Aurora, he gets a nice dumpster hit to kick himself off, climbs up to the roof. Are we looking for a sight up here? I think the survivors are a little too far. Wait, he has sight. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's losing rage now. Tried to get a rock in. Rotating over. Here comes an attack. Jockey latches on. Hunter Charger. Charger can't find a target. Hunter lands for a split second. Clear quickly. Noskillch Academy has kind of tightened up their survivor play since that first tri-cap. Perhaps they realize that these guys are on a cakewalk. And are we going to see a pushback? Tank has dropped a second pass, and it looks like Noskillch Academy is going to go backwards. This could be an AI tank. I think it's going to be 65 second. And he hit that dumpster a couple times, down to 55. The support up, trying to slow him down. Jockey, I don't know if he's going to be able to find a target. Here he comes. Nick gets the M2. Boomer from the front. It's only going to land one. Smoker gets a separation pull on a Nick, but it's going to get cleared. And this tank still has sight 10%. They go around the corner, and I think he's going to lose it. 5%, and this tank is going to go AI. Noskillch Academy pushes back far enough, and we have an AI tank. A 43 HP Smoker finds a target, but Nick was able to get over the fence. Here comes a rock, not even close. And it's going to be hard for an AI tank to get anything in this open area. It's going to be hard for him to even climb over the fence. They're going to get a ton of chip just from him climbing over. Look at this, down to 2.3. Charger finds a target. Here comes the Hunter looking to cover. The rock landed. Jockey coming in. Tank gets a punch. He's going to climb on top of the gnome for some odd reason. Turns his attention over Coach, and down goes the tank. Tank actually found 2 hits. A rock connected and a punch. And then he decided he was going to climb the gnome and even pushed it out of the box. Look. He pushed the gnome out of its box. And Noskillch Academy in decent shape. 679 bonus remaining after the tank. But they have to re-navigate at least 20-some% of the map to get back up to getting distance. Here comes the smoke pool engage. Insta-clear. Charger wasn't ready to take over. Hunt, charge, and spit remaining. And they might just wait for that final SI, but I do believe it's going to be a boomer.
Got a magnum.
And they don't care. Hunter's going to get skeeted. Charger can't find anything. Gets melted down. Spit goes out onto nothing. Noskillch Academy looking like a completely different team from Chapter 1. Perhaps the early wipe and that early tri-cap here to begin this chapter was a bit of a wake-up call, as they haven't suffered much since. 44, 41, 58, 67. Those are the HPs of the survivors. They still have 3 sets of pills as they come up. Everything flying in. Hunter's got a separation pounce. Jockey covers. Nice rolling double. And that's actually going to be a ton of damage. I think I jinxed Noskillch. Rochelle's going to get jockeyed through. I think I jinxed them a little bit. That's on me, guys. As Noskillch suffers some heavy damage after they were doing so well. They dropped down to 449 as they pass their last set of pills over to Coach. He dumps them. And they are out of pills here. Smoke, Hunt, charge, spit for this next attack. Hunter spawned up forward. Charger flying in. Smoke lands a double. Charger lands a double. That's going to be the charge spit. Hunter covers. And the smoke pull in the back, so we had a rolling tri-cap. I'm fluttering all over my words here with how insane these last 2 hits from Aurora have been. As they lose almost over 300 in bonus, I think. Just from that hit alone. Thank you for the follow, Z. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hunter, Charger, Boomer, Jockey for this next attack, sending him in. Jockey can't find a target. Hunter's going to latch, get cleared pretty quick. Boom finds a triple boom. Charger rockets in. Also can't find a target. Jockey latches on for a couple ticks, nothing more. Everything mopped up. Noskillch continues their press forward. Is it just a distance game at this point? It might be. They have over half of their DB left though. The remaining 4% of the health bonus lies on Ellis. The rest is damage bonus. As they begin the merry-go-round event, Smoker, Hunter, Charger, Spitter. Very dangerous attack for this area. Hunter pre-spawned up top. Coach trying to bait it out a little bit, but they don't have time to really do that. They're bleeding. The SI know this. They're not in any hurry to go. Noskillch Academy is bleeding. They're hurting. Coach pushes all the way forward. The rest of the survivors finally coming out. Coach is going to go down to the comments, and here come the SI. Nick's going to cut off a lot of smoke. Can't find a target. Charge is going to cover. Down goes the spit. Smoke still can't find a target. And it's all up to Nick. And he's surrounded by Common. Nice smoke pull. I don't know if else is going to be able to get that clear. He won't. And Noskillch Academy is going to wipe out close to the end. 441 chapter score, bringing their total to 599 after 2.
Could use a hand over here.
I'd like to thank everyone for all the follows. And thank you all for being here on this Sunday night. Noskillch Academy taking on Aurora here in this Division 1 matchup. And don't go too far because coming up, here in about 10 minutes, live on twitch.tv/MKJ13, we have the match of the week as Dynasty will take on GOAT. That is the match of the week here in the Fallen Kings Cup. But let's tune it back here to Noskillch versus Aurora as a Charger melts down. Hunter skeeted. Spitter finds nothing. Jockey didn't even find a spawn. And that is how Aurora will kick off Chapter 2. Their survivor play looking phenomenal so far. Obviously, they had a rough tank last time, but they still barely took any damage before that tank on Chapter 1. So we'll see if they can kind of bring that momentum over in here. Noskillch Academy was able to look a lot better this time. We'll see what Aurora can do here. Coming up on attack number 2, it's going to be a Charger, Jockey, Smoker, Boomer. And are they going to do the table thing? It looks like they're trying to do the table thing. They're going to completely skip the room. Go over the table. They're taking an awful long time to do that. And if I were the SI, if I saw a team doing this, I would hit them. But you could always hit on the drop down. Make it a little bit harder. And here comes the hit. Jock charge, or Jock smoke from the tree. Jockey M2 cleared out. Smoke still hasn't been cleared. Charger couldn't find anything. Boom landed a nice double. But nothing coming out of that hit either. Only 2% of the bonus has been gone in 2 hits. And now they're going to take the normal way. So it looks like that was just a little bait out. Getting the SI to go. So I guess me saying to hit them was the wrong call. Because that's what they wanted. And this is why I'm not a player, but I'm up here in the booth. We have a pretty nasty hit. Charger, Spitter, Hunter, Jockey coming up. Coach pushing straight out. Hunter's pre-spawned around the corner. We have a 2-2 shotgun setup. Charger coming from behind. Hunter can't find anybody. Cleared immediately. Nice Jockey separation. Couple spit ticks coming out. And that's going to be their best hit all game. Bringing them down to 90%. As tank number 2 for Noskillch is up. It's going to be in the hands of Sharp. We'll see what Aurora decides to do. Their tank was AI'd. Took a little bit too long with the hittable. It took a little bit too long to commit. Noskillch Academy made a decision to go backwards. Tank got AI'd and only got 2 hits. See how this thing plays out. Aurora doing the opposite. They are being aggressive, pushing forward, rock flying in. Perhaps getting some ammo? I'm not sure. I don't know any reason, the other reason they go in that room. Not much happening right now. Charger, Smoker, Boomer. I'm surprised they haven't made a move to sack that boom, but Aurora's not making any move to LOS either. Tank's still 75% first, and he's only lost about 300 in chip. This Boomer still hasn't gone yet. I wonder if they're going to maybe try and send a full hit, but I think Aurora might go back if they do that. They wisely send in the boom alone. I fear if they sent in a whole hit, they might try and back up and AI this tank. He's doing real good at keeping sight, and Aurora's not getting a lot of damage value out of this chip. He's down about 600. And Aurora making the call to go back. But Sharp has a lot of sight left. The thing is, when Noskillch made the trek back, Aurora's tank was already down to second pass. He's down to 21st, and he's going to get a couple grace periods, so we'll see if he can make this in. Charger, Smoker, Hunter for the support, perhaps a drop in to try and keep them from going back too far. Tank is dropped down to second. He is climbing up to the roof. He's still got that dumpster in. I think he might make it in. Yeah. I think Sharp's going to make it in just fine. And he's going to have a dumpster. And he's got the support he wants. Well, that dumpster kind of flying around. Not exactly where I wants it, but I think we're going to see the commit here. He's down to 4.6k on commit. Has yet to find a target. Survivor's kiting him nicely. Hunter does not get skidded. Here comes the dumpster he went for instead of getting that corner. And now he's in there alone with Coach. Smoker doesn't find a target. Here comes another dumpster. No target found. He's got a corner inside the kitchen, but I think that's going to be all he gets. Actually, Coach is dancing him. He misses that punch. Two more is going to knock him down. He should at least get the in cap. And he does. That's all he's going to get. One in cap comes out of this tank.
Let me help you up.
Nightstick here.
As Aurora is going to walk away from this really healthy. 73% of the bonus. 802 points. Remains after two. Or after that tank. And we have a pause. Here we go. Quick little pause as we resume action here. We just ended the tank. 802 points of bonus remains. As Aurora will begin their retrek through. We'll have a 2-2 Jock Hunt coming up next. And I wonder when they'll decide to send this. The Hunters haven't been too successful here against the two shotgun setup. It looks like we're going to try for a room hit. Hunter flying in. It's going to get skeeted. Jockey can't find anything. Boomer, Spitter go out last. We're going to have a quad attempt.
This is some outrageous shit.
And ladies and gentlemen, quad attempt number 1 of this tournament match will be coming up shortly. I imagine they're going to try maybe either go alley or whenever the survivors climb up.
Any crates around here?
But a quad would be big. 800 bonus would be left on the table if they're able to land this. And they'll go into Chapter 3 still trailing. Here we go. Quad engaged. Hunter from inside. Skated nicely. Charger's going to find a target, but not going to get a slam. Smoker can't find anything. Jockey gets melted. Everything is dead. Wow. Shutting down that quad quickly.
All right.
As we are going to have a 2-2. Hunter Charger coming up after the failed quad attempt. We got the little water slide. Here we go. Charge Hunt from the top. Hunt's going to find a target. Charger rams right into the wall. Here comes the boom. And we have another quad attempt. Noskillch Academy playing in desperation mode early on, as they have another quad attempt coming in. And I mean, they're probably panicking a little bit. 723 bonus. That is a big score. But they're able to lock this in. So the event is started. The merry-go-round begins. And they don't have a quad. Their spitter died second. Must have got picked before the charger, because they're missing a charger. And that is not good. Hunter pre-spawned up in the back and to try and send this quick. Smoke can't find a target. Spitter goes out. Jockey M2'd. Couple ticks of spitter damage, but everything mopped up. And now look at this. Aurora's going to blitz this. Noskillch Academy is going to get lucky if they get one more hit. And it looks like we're going to have 3 SI, 4 SI. Here we go. Final hit coming in. Charger. Boomer gets a double. Charger lands, but cleared quickly. Hunter just going for scratches. Jockey lands. Everything mopped up very quickly as he walking with 58% bonus. 640 points for a total chapter score of 1,140, bringing their total to 1,295 as we have our first lead swap of the game. And ladies and gentlemen, a little announcement over on twitch.tv/MKJ13. The game of the week, GOAT versus Dynasty, has just began. Well, MK's stream started. I don't know when the game's actually going to begin. But just want to let you guys know, he has gone live. Make sure you tune in. I will be raiding to him right after this match. So if you'd wish to stay for the conclusion of this one, I'll be glad to have you. Otherwise, go give my boy a shout out. Go give my boy a follow, or if you already do, follow him. Just make sure you're tuned in. I expect Dynasty versus GOAT is going to be a great one. As it looks like Todd's going to pop in. And if Noskillch Academy wanted a miracle, they got it. Look at this tank percentage, 17. That is going to be right over here. As we are going live, Chapter 3 of Dark Carnival Remix is underway. Aurora commanding the lead currently. Jockey, Smoker, Spitter, Charger, as Noskillch Academy has subbed in Ta to complete the Puta duo. Aurora has been impressive with the 2 shotguns in the front. They've been melting things fast, just like that Charger, not even able to blink before it gets melted down. Jockey, Smoker can't find a target. Spitter doesn't have anything. Almost a 2% hit, but nothing else, as we have this early tank coming up. Third tank of the game for Noskillch Academy. It's going to be up in the hands of Styx. They need something big here. They don't want to fall behind super fast, and an early tank wipe could be exactly what they need. But if they're not able to do a lot of damage with this tank, then it could be detrimental to their hopes of winning this game. Let's see what Styx is doing. Climbs up. He's going to take the path through the vent. And I do believe, if I remember this correctly, he should drop on them right here. And it looks like that's exactly where he's coming. He's going to drop on them right here. He drops the second pass. Boom sacked. So it looks like we're going to see the commit here very shortly from Styx. Needs something big here from this tank engage. He's got a Charger, Hunter, one more SI up in one. It's going to be a Smoker, so he's got his support. He's got what he needs. He drops in. The tank commits. Obviously no chip, basically. Struggling to get around these things. Fierce is going to eat a corner. Smoker's still alive. He misses that punch! And a pause. Fierce crashed. Oh, God. What an absolutely unfortunate time to pause. Well, let's go into such a situation here. I think the tank had about 2K left. And he's got his corner onto Fierce, but he is got a lot more punches. You're going to need at least 4. Wait. 3 more to bring him down? And the survivors are melting him down, so I think you're going to have to go before that tank fully gets that cap. There's 2. And the Smoker gets melted down. He's down to 1.3. Hunt charge lands! This tank's got his corner! He gets a double, but Nick is able to clear out that Hunter. Still, this is going to be big damage, but man, that was so close to the wipe. Den gets a second cap, tries to decommit. He has 40 HP and dies off. That was so close to the wipe. Nick got an absolutely clutch Hunter clear.
Hey, yo, we're a team.
As that was almost the early tank wipe, but they're still going to take a lot of damage here. Jockey stalling the pickup. Down goes the Spit, also stalling the pickup. Nick eat a couple ticks of it. And we'll assess the damage whenever they get picked up. Dump all the pills.
Thanks. Don't worry about it.
They're still going to take a ton of damage here. Noskillch Academy did need that 409 bonus remains. 37% here after that tank, and they have a ton of map to go through. Noskillch Academy can beat that.
Yeah, don't drink it.
Smoker spawned up, can't find a target. Charger also misses. Boom from the back, gonna find a single. Rochelle's gonna get pounced for a couple ticks. Everything mopped up nicely. But the damage is gonna keep piling up. As Aurora continues on through.
I'm a reload. Could be fun.
Charger, Jockey, Smoker, Spitter for attack. For this next attack. Wow. I'm fumbling my words. Happens.
I guess it'll do.
Coming up on this drop. Smoker's pre-spawned up down below. Coach does have a cuttable, but he doesn't use it. He's going to get pulled. There's the Charger landing. It's not going to get a slam, but the Charge Spit will land. And the Jockey got absolutely melted down. Nick's struggling to get out of that Spit, so the damage piles on. As Aurora eats another pretty big hit, down to 1 set of pills. And they're going to go ahead and use them.
You know, shoot me ain't gonna help nothing.
And they haven't even made it halfway through this map yet. As they push their way outside. Jock, charge, boom, hunt. For this next attack, Hunter's pre-spawned up. Looks like they are waiting for nobody. Here comes the Jockey Charger. Charger's going to get a couple punches on to Nick. A little awkward there. Hunt charge went for the same target. He got a couple punches out of it, but could not charge. But still, a little bit more damage. It's not much, but you know, it's adding up. Aurora was hurt after that tank. But still, they had a decent lead, so...
Reloading.
Any distance they gain is good distance. Rochelle pulls on her cuttable. I think she knew the Smoker was perhaps a possibility. Here comes the Jockey pre-spawned up. But dips out. Hunter's on top of the roof. I think Jockey might go for a despawn. Spit pre-spits. Hunter gets skeeted. looking good. Smoker, Jockey, Charger, and they are able to find extra pills. The last SI will be a boomer. There we go ahead and down Nick. He was at 1 HP. And the Coaster, very hard to survive, especially with the way Aurora's hurting. We'll see what they can manage to pull through. Boomer spawns up, landing a single. Just going quick, trying to get a better SI for their fourth. They have a Smoker, Jockey, Charger here for the top. Looks like they're going for a pull forward. There it is. Charger's going to land. Nick is going to get pulled, but the two Uzis clear it out. What a phenomenal save.
Anyone else feel like crap right now?
As Aurora's going to make it through that top of the hill choke. Relatively unscathed. A couple smoker ticks, but nothing more. Boom, lands a nice triple. Oh, no, just a double. Rochelle's just 1 HP and my config has a purple outline, so just a double. Charger, Spitter, Hunter is the remaining SI. Hunter in the ceiling? No, he's dipping out. Charger, Jockey, Spitter, Hunter. Rochelle's going to go down in the back. I think that was intentional. Trying to find some in-between spawns, but Aurora is not going to let that happen. Charger maybe looking like he wants to attack from behind. Jockey, M2'd. Rochelle skates the Hunter, but the Charger's going to land, and that's going to be Charge Spit, going to knock her down. Actually, she's dead. Rochelle is going to die. And Aurora, I think they're going to be able to make the safe room. There's going to be 1, 2 SI up and stagger, but they're going to make it. I think the SI has to find a spawn. 52 bonus. They're going to walk it in. Bringing their total score to 1834 after 3 chapters. As Aurora looking impressive so far. Noskillch Academy trailing by about 1,200. They need to avoid wiping out here at this early tank. They need to make this safe room with some decent bonus to keep themselves in this game. Spitter, Jockey, Charger, Smoker for this opening attack here. Second half of Chapter 3. Here we go, sending in the attack. Smoker lands. Jockey is going to be able to take Coach around the corner. That's going to be a ton of damage. Punches coming out. Coach is going to lose half of his HP off of that opening attack. And that will bring in the tank. Third tank of the game for Aurora. Up in the hands of NN. And it looks like he's going to opt to also take the vent path. As Aurora has a boomer. Here it comes from the room and not going to find a target. They're going to be able to shut that down. Rock's going to break the vent. Noskillch Academy under a lot of pressure here. They need to avoid wiping out. They need to survive this tank with good health. They need to be able to make the safe room to bring this game back. Here we go, tank engaged. Charger, Hunter, Jockey for support. Hunter's pre-spawned up forward. Tank attempts to find anything. Finds Coach. Lands punch number 1. Gets stuck on the Swan, so he's going to lose that corner. Coach pathing nicely. Misses that punch. Down to 1.6. He still hasn't found a punch. Here comes the support. Finally lands. He landed a double punch. There's going to be a double cap. Rochelle's going to be able to get these clears. Coach is going to go down. That's going to be decent damage, but this tank shouldn't get any more. He's down, dips under 1,000. Looking to find a last-second corner onto Ellis. Looking to maybe land a last-second rock, but no, this tank is going to die off. And Noskillch Academy is going to come out of this pretty good. They did get one in cap, unfortunately, but
Thanks. Anytime.
they're going to walk away with 615 in bonus. Unfortunately, Pooh took his pills.
That hit the
So that DB is going to take a big hit. 40% of the DB is going to be gone. Otherwise, they'd be in great shape. I didn't know he took his pills.
I got a gun just like that.
But Noskillch Academy needs to lock in and get a solid survivor around here. Hunter skated. Spit's got nowhere to go. Smoker separation. And some spit ticks coming out. And Rochelle walks right back into the spit. 523 points remain as they continue forward. But they need to take these hits cleanly. This is a long map.
Look out now! Heads up!
So plenty of time to lose the bonus that Noskillch so desperately needs. Charger, Hunter, Jackie, Boomer ready for the engage. Hunter, nice skate coming out. Boom lands a triple charge, couldn't find anything. And he's going to dip out and get a despawn.
Look out!
Down that hole.
As Noskillch continues forward, Charger tried to find a choke,
Hey, look out!
but could not. Going back for another despawn. Gonna resync up with his team. Hunter, Spitter, Smoker to go along with it. This is some dangerous hit coming up here.
I know one thing. All right. That hits the spot.
Noskillch down to their final set of pills until they get to the coaster.
Damn, they messed me up.
I'm reloading.
Looks like the SI are set up outside.
Outside. Shit. First time I ever couldn't wait to get out of the tunnel.
Coach pushes out, clearing out the commons. Baiting a little bit, maybe trying to get the SI to bite. But with no dice.
Reloading.
Here comes the attack. Charger can't find a target. Hunt Smoke lands for a rolling double. Charger's going to get a punch on the Smoke target. But Ellis is going to be able to make it out of that spit with minimal damage. Still 428 bonus. They continue forward.
Weapons here.
Sorry about that. So we have a 2-2 Jock Hunt coming up for this next attack. This game's exciting. I'm not sure why I'm yawning. Here we go. Jock from the rear, Hunt from the front. Trying to find that skeet. Didn't quite find the skeet, but they found a clear in 0.0. Smoke or Boom dies off. Same with the spit. Coach is going to fall slow, but there should be an extra set of pills up there. I guess it's not that way. It's this way. Yep, there's the extra set of pills, so Coach is going to be fast.
Grabbing the driver.
See what they have for this top choke. It's going to be a quad. A quad attempt for this choke. See if Noskillch can handle that kind of pressure.
Just keep following the tracks and we'll
Smoker pre-spawned up down below, kind of similar to regular Dark Carney. Jockey's going to find a target. Hunter gets skated, but Rochelle's going to go down to fall damage. He didn't clear the jockey. Smoker's still searching for a target. They're going to have to go back for Mew.
Sam's over here.
And these comments are going to make it tough. Smoker tongue gets cut. Jockey climbs up to avoid dying off.
Even think about moving.
All the survivors have dropped down, looking to get to pick up on Rochelle. Jockey drops in. Finally get the clear. Boomer rockets in. That's going to be only one. I don't know how he didn't get anything else. Rochelle's going to die. Are they going to be able to get the clear on her? Are they going to be able to get the pick up? The desperation covers. Smoke goes out. It pulls Coach. They have one more chance to pick her up. And the smoke pool goes out on him again. And Rochelle dies. And now Noskillch Academy is basic in terrible shape. They lose the bonus. Hunter can't find a target. There's a double charge along with the smoke pull. And the tri-cap will wipe out Noskillch Academy. Total score for 3 chapters is 952. Aurora will head into chapter 4 with the lead. And here we go, we are back going live here with Chapter 4 of Dark Carnival Remix. Aurora holds the lead right now. As their survivor has been looking real sharp here. And we have this super early 10% tank. If Noskillch needs the miracle, it's now. I didn't even get a chance to look, as it is going to be up in the hands of Muta. That tank right out of the safe room. Those dumpsters even hittable? I don't think they are. And it sounds like they sacked their smoke spit. Here comes the charge as well. Not going to find a target. Rock flying in. And now we got the survivors pushing out, looking to get some chip. And they're running a 3 Uzi 1 shotgun this time, perhaps to contend for this wide open area tank. I don't know enough about this map to tell you if there's any hittables. They shut down that boom. Jockey Hunter up for the support right now. They're not getting a whole lot of value in chip. Less than 200 has been taken. As this tank drops the second pass, he's going to have to commit here soon. His last SI is going to be up in 3. There's a dumpster. That answers the hittable question. There's 2 dumpsters. Last time Aurora was faced with hittables, they ate them. And Noskillch really needs that right now as the Smoker's the final SI. Dumpster 1 doesn't find anything. Dumpster 2 doesn't find anything. He splits the survivors 3-1. Survivors have regrouped. He gets the early pull on the tree. Went for the dumpster but misses that punch as well. Lands the double cap. That dumpster from across the map can't find anything in this tank's not going to get anything. Noskillch Academy just had the opposite tank that they needed. As he dies off, no hits coming out. 93% of the bonus.
I'm reloading.
Aurora's going to walk away with as they begin their trek through. And with the tank out of the way, there's not a lot Noskillch Academy can do aside from getting some, desperation quads, sacking every hit into a quad. Here comes the charge. Didn't even make it to the door. Spit goes to the door to delay. I don't know. I think they just need to start spamming quads. Nice triple boom from that boomer. Because that's the only way they're going to be able to find a win. Jockey 1v1ing Rochelle right now. And Rochelle's going to win that 1v1 as she gets the M2. And that's not going to be a quad. That's going to be no jock, no boom. So the next attack will be a hunt, spick, a smoke, and a charge. That is not a quad. Noskillch Academy trailing the way they do. They need to start spamming quads, especially after such a bad tank. Hunter's free spawn. Here it goes. It's going to land, so they're going to have to pound spit. So a few ticks rolling out. Charger just charging in. And it gets leveled. And maybe Noskillch just giving up. I'm going to base it off their attacks, but they might have just given up.
Reloading. Reloading.
As Aurora keeps on trekking. Down 14% bonus. Here comes the boom, landing 1. And are the SI going to save? Perhaps for a quad attempt? Or are they going to send it in? If so, they'll get another boomer. And they'll get a spinner next attack. And it looks like they're going to save. Will they get a spinner now, or will they get a quad? That's the real question. Final SI is a spinner, so still no quad attempt. Smoke pull, can't find a target. It's going to get killed off. Hunter Jockey. Here we go, sending it in. Jockey melted down along with the Hunter. Spit gets no ticks. Noskillch Academy has found absolutely nothing post-tank. A little bit of pity spit as they walk through it.
Reloading.
But Aurora in great shape. They've only got a couple more hits to take here. Boom finds a double. We still have yet to see a quad attempt. Here comes the smoke pull. Lands one on the Boom target. Charger tried to take it, but he hits something. So a few ticks from that smoker, but nothing more. And Aurora looking dominant.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Anyone needs a pill? Reloading.
Find an extra set of pills. And Aurora's got one more hit to take. Hunter spawned in. Here it comes. It's going to get skeeted. Spit can't find anything.
You guys keep shooting me.
77% of the bonus remains. And they're split a little bit, 2 and 2. So they're not going to be able to take this free. And here's the quad attempt. Noskillch Academy can save face here if they're able to land this. Nick already up in the safe room. Split 2 and 2. Now 3-1. And here we go. Survivors blitz. And they make it in! No quad attempt! As they're going to get a massive 848 bonus, 1348 chapter score, bringing their total to 3182 across 3. Absolute domination from Aurora's Survivor side. Now we'll see what Noskillch Academy can bring to the table, obviously trailing by a ton. I don't really know if it's possible for them to even make it back. If they get a solid chapter here and then send it to finale, I don't think it's even going to be enough for that. How will this affect the trout population? You see, I can't answer that. I'm not sure. Might bring it down a little bit. Maybe it'll bring it up. You know, you never know. Let's have some faith here. As we have tank number 4, what could possibly be the last tank of this tournament match, going to be up in the hands of Den for Aurora. Jockey gets melted down. How is that your first time chat, by the way, Zach? What? Good to have you in here. You are witnessing the conclusion of a fairly one-sided matchup. It was close in the beginning, but Aurora has just dominated ever since that first chapter. Have basically ran away with it. As Den will have this 4th tank working in his dumpster. Charger Smoker, one more SI up in a minute. It's going to be a boomer. Nice dumpster hits coming out from Den. Boom, rockets in, finds one. That dumpster's going to split the survivors. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and rotate back into the bumper cars. Although, I don't know if it's like regular Carnival, if all of those bumper cars in there are hittable. I know they are on regular Carnival. I don't know why they wouldn't be on Remix. So rotating back into those bumper cars might be dangerous. Tank's going to come in here. He's got one more SI up in 3. Charge Smoke. There's the Smoke pull. Charge is going to take it. Everything gets cleared off. That dumpster's going to hit him. Down goes Sharp off of the dumpster. Final SI is a Hunter. Looking to split Ellis, but he goes to the building. Beautiful pathing, avoiding that Hunter. And Sharp has one more dumpster hit from dying, I believe. Ellis looking for the pickup. He might get it. Yeah, he's going to get that pickup. No, he dropped it. The Hunter gets him. Dumpster flying in. It doesn't hit Nick. No way. The jockey's going to get Rochelle in the room there. She's near the dumpster, but the tank is nowhere near able to make a play on that. He's going to go ahead and decommit. Less than 1,000, about 698 HP remaining. Look at this dumpster flying in. This tank's not really going to get anything else. Noskillch Academy is just going to count their losses and just ditch this tank. 698 HP remaining. And here we go, sending an attack. Smoke pool in the back. Hunter's going to take it. And that smoke pool could have been another dumpster. And a possible tank recommit. As he's still trying to get these dumpsters. He hits his smoker. Noskillch Academy looking to finish off this tank. As it goes AI. 120 HP. A few shots will bring it down.
Reloading.
Noskillch Academy walks away with 809.
I'm a reload.
So they do survive. With quite a bit of bonus. The question is, with 70% of the map left to go, can they lock it in? Maybe try and bring this game back. I don't even, like I said, I don't even know with solid bonus if they can bring this back. It just might be mathematically impossible. So I just totally botched that there. Smoker's pre-spawn forward. Spit goes down pre-spit, but Smoker's going to get insta-cleared. Jockey and a Boomer, the only things left. Jockey's going to go ahead and save face, dip out, because he knows he is going to get melted if he tries to go in alone.
Grab the shotgun.
Boomer, Charger, Jockey, Hunter for this next attack up here at the gazebo. Here we go, Charger from the front. Not able to find anything. Jock Hunt looking to synchronize. Jock lands. And all three survivors back up. They're going to be able to get the... Oh, there's a crash. And it looks like the match, I was originally going to cover a 10 p.m. match down in Division 2, but then this one caught my eye, so I decided to do it instead, which I'm glad because guess what? Guess what? That other match I was going to cover? It was a forfeit. It would have been forfeit number 3 for me today, and I would have been the unluckiest person in the world. Just trying to maybe make it to the end. Oh. Maybe make it to the end of this matchup so we can go ahead and get you over to GOAT versus Dynasty, as that one just kicked up underway. So we'll look to get to the conclusion of this one so we can get you over to that one.
Reloading.
As this one's basically over at this point.
Not dead yet, but not exactly healthy. Look out!
Well, I think Noskillch Academy may just lock this in and send a finale anyway. The finale's super hard to survive this one, though. It's a long finale. It's like they added an extra 50% to the concert. It's not just a straight shot to the stage. Remix added a lot to the finale. So we have a 2-2 Hunt Smoke coming up here. Smoker pre-spawned up by the dumpster. It's going to get the latch. Nice rolling double there in the back. Spit can't find the target, though. Neither can the Boom. And is that going to be a quad attempt? Oh, no, they're not just late. It was a forfeit. Stendhal versus Michi Moranos was the other match at 10 p.m. I was supposed to cover instead of this one. I made the last-second decision to switch over to this one because they scheduled it late. And they ended up forfeiting Stendhal and Michi Moranos, so good thing I didn't go over there. So that would have been 0 for 3, and I would have cried. As we have a quad attempt. Survivor splitting 2 and 2. I'm not sure what's going on here. And they regrouped. That was a little dangerous. SI didn't take advantage of that. Hunt smoke lands. The charge lands. The Hunter got cleared, though. I was so close to the quad. Jockey takes a smoked individual, takes it behind the tents, looking to get maximum damage. Man, that was so close to a quad. The Hunter got cleared. The Jockey couldn't find the cover. The Noskillch Academy eats a ton of damage, and if they couldn't win before, they certainly can now. As the 2-2, Hunt charge coming up for this next attack. Boom rocketing in, finding 2. Charge from behind the pole, lands a solo, spit goes out. And it's not going to reach him. Oh, it is. He's going to get a couple ticks. As the replacement player for the crashed individual is Ronked. I've ran into him in many pugs. Left 4 Dead Center, see the pug. Ran into him quite a bit. And unfortunately, he never seems to win when he's on my team. So good to see he's found some real winners in Aurora. This is proof that it was just a skill issue on my end as Smoker's pre-spawned up in the back. Jock looking to find somebody. Nice pull there on that smoke. Here comes the Hunt. Jockey finds one. Smoker gets cleared off. Jockey gets cleared as the Hunter tries to cover, but he's too late. Noskillch looking to make a save for him. Perhaps take some momentum into next week as the Boomer finds one. Wants to ride the Ferris wheel.
I'm a reload. Reloading.
And there's going to be 3 SI up. They're not going to be able to just blitz this one. Spitter, Charger, Jockey. One more SI up in 5 for this final attack. Spits up. Pre-spits down by the safe room. Here comes the Charger. Can't find a target. Ellis drops down. Can he win the 1v1 against the Jockey? He cannot, but Nick's there to clear it. And the Hunter's just there getting some scratches. And that's going to be Noskillch Academy locking in the safe room. About 198 bonus. And the GGs are called, and that will take us to the end of this match. I don't want to waste anybody's time. Aurora taking the win in dominant fashion here on Dark Carnival Remix. 3,182 to 1,644. GGs, that's going to be all the Left 4 Dead for me tonight.